Good morning. Pam Harskamp.
And it looks like we have an appointment with Kim for you this morning.
Correct. In the beginning of May, I went in for just a routine yearly mammogram, and fairly shortly after that had a call back, so I was not particularly worried. Everybody says they do get called back, and I went back in and was met at the door and was told that we were going to go to ultrasound instead. So that did put me on alert, and after the ultrasound was told that they would like to biopsy some areas. So they ended up biopsying 2 spots, and they also took a lymph node. That was a very scary time between the time of the biopsy and to when I actually got the results back. For my husband, it was a sense of complete and utter shock. He, in his mind, was thinking, my wife doesn't have cancer, that's not going to happen to us. So he was dealing with the same emotions that I dealt with earlier in the week. We sat our children down later that day and we said, Mom has cancer, but it is treatable. We are going to fight this. And my 15-year-old just did not say a word. My 11-year-old, we just had a lot of talks with him and said, we have great care. We are going to get through this. Mom is going to fight this, and it will be okay. It was so tough mentally, and it even wore me down physically because I felt like I had to be this same normal person during the day for my kids, for my job. Not a lot of people knew that I had gotten this biopsy and knew that I was having these emotions and thoughts, and I had to keep it together. And at night I would just when I was alone, just break down. And I had several great friends that knew that I was going through this, and I leaned on them heavily.
Pam?
So my first appointment, I decided and had gotten so many recommendations to come to Sanford that the care here was great. When my first visit with my care team, my navigator came in and I had all these questions in my mind, and I had a notebook and I was going to write everything down, and my navigator just sat me down and said, I've got this. I'm going to write down your questions. I'm going to take notes for you. You just listen to your doctor. We together thought that the double mastectomy would be the best option. Something that made me feel absolutely that this was the right decision for me was the tumor board sat down and reviewed my case and said, yes, we do agree that a double mastectomy is right for Pam. My friend Kara, who drives me, has a history of family genetics with breast cancer. When she told me she was thinking of getting a double mastectomy, I immediately felt connected with her. She would come over at a moment's notice and understand and just say, you know what, I don't even need to say anything. I will just sit here with you. I will be here for you. Having breast cancer is so hard, not only physically, but emotionally and mentally. And it is just times where I just have to sit back, and I just feel that being that I feel so loved, that has just given me the ability to just forge on and say, I've got this.